Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're talking about the Rowan County clerk. What kind of clerk is she? She's not a clerk of court. She's got to be like a recorder or something, right? Like, well, whoever issues marriage licenses down there, I just don't know. But she ran afoul of a federal district court judge in whichever district that county is in, and put her in jail for a couple of days. She's been released today. That's what I saw come across. Had a big old rally. Ted Cruz was there. Mike Huckabee was there. It's just, oh man, politics are great. So we're talking about some of the, and of course this becomes this religious thing, and everybody loves to toss around the First Amendment, but I don't really think anybody.
I don't think.
Well, not any. I shouldn't say anybody. I should say, but I don't think the folks that are talking about this really know how it's been applied, or really know how to apply it in this particular context. Because this isn't the matter of a person saying, "I can't participate in the draft because I have a sincere religious conviction that doesn't allow me to participate in the draft," for example, or I need to be able to wear my I'm pulling from cases. For these examples, I need to be able to wear my yarmulke or my turban, even though I'm in the military, because it's part of my religious tradition. I have to be able to do that kind of stuff. This is an elected official who draws a paycheck from the government, representing a certain constituency in her elected role, saying that my religious belief, my religious faith compels me to stand in the way of issuing licenses to people of the same sex who want to get married, in contradiction or contravention of the recent Supreme Court order, the United States Supreme Court order, that says that is now a protected constitutional right. So Doc, I mean, just nuts and bolts, what do you think about that?
Well, first of all, just to clarify what a lot of the issues are from the religious right. The religious right believes that our country is founded upon Judeo-Christian beliefs, that our Constitution is biblically based, and that there is a natural law, God's law, and man's law, and that natural and God's law rank over man's law. And that's part of the issue. One of the things that gets skipped over a lot is that she is from a predominantly Democratic county.
Well, she's a Democrat herself.
And she's a Democrat herself.
But that doesn't really matter, though.
Well, but hang on. So this is a county of 9,000, 10,000 people, 6,500 registered Democrats, 3,000 registered Republicans. And she won by a landslide. She's popular down there. And the problem is when she took her job, the law of the land was not, gay marriage. Gay marriage is legal. Here's what I keep thinking and would be a much better argument for this case to defend her.
Okay.
One, it's a states' rights issue because, as I recall, she takes an oath to uphold the Kentucky Constitution, and the Kentucky Constitution doesn't have anything in there about same-sex marriage being legal. Hold on. I know you're getting two. When she took the job, that wasn't legal. And three, the feds are coming into a states' rights issue. We've talked about this before. The states have the right to determine who can get married in their state. We've talked about that.
Yeah, but no, they can't though. I mean, not in this context.
Because then we're talking about a federal marriage license.
No, what we're saying, the United States Supreme Court says that you can no longer anywhere in any state in the country prevent same-sex couples from getting married. Done. Over. That's it. That's what the ruling said. So for you to say it's a states' rights issue, then you're saying that the supremacy clause of the Constitution doesn't apply, and we both know that's not true. The states' rights idea, the idea that states can determine for themselves in superiority to the United States Constitution, that's been settled for a very long time. There is nothing that permits them to do something like that. So Kentucky says, "Hey, look, we're sovereign. We get to make these decisions ourselves." That's not how it works anymore. It's never been how it worked, but we fought a war over it, if you remember.
Yes.
So
we did.
Neither of those arguments to me hold a lot of water.
Well, yeah, but you're going back to a 10th Amendment argument that says that it is not specifically given to the government, to the federal government. It's reserved for the
right,
states.
except the 10th Amendment has never been used that way ever, because the Supreme Court has said the 10th Amendment doesn't really apply in that regard to anything like that. The 14th Amendment is what is the 14th Amendment, aside from the fact that it gives religious liberty to the states from the federal context. Through the 14th, the 14th Amendment grabs all these different rights. You don't necessarily have a Second Amendment in the states without the 14th Amendment. You don't necessarily have a First Amendment in the states without the 14th Amendment.
Well, you don't have any of the amendments without the Second Amendment. That's what protects the rest
for crying out loud. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. Anyway,
I was just demagoguing.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. In the Obergefell decision, it says that there's equal protection under the law, and there's substituted process under the law, and those are the issues that have been used to say that you can't. There is no good reason to deny same-sex marriage to people that are doing that want to pursue that route. So to say, though, to turn around and then say, hey, look, the states can do it anyway. That's just not no. And the 10th Amendment doesn't apply in that regard.
Well, I would believe it would be a good argument, and I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it doesn't though. It doesn't work.
But I'm going to say, listen, they apply it to other things. Just like. Now, I don't want to get into the big discussion, but a lot of times sanctuary cities, right, have established a policy that they're not going to follow federal law to deport foreigners, right? People here illegally. So what's the difference? I mean, they're just outright defying federal law. That's what this person does. The second thing I'm going to point out is there's a lot of people that get arrested for standing up for their beliefs. And the thing is here's this lady who's obviously a giant, well, not a giant, but she's a Democratic operator sitting in a Democratic seat elected by Democrats who says, well, hold on, I don't think that's right. Now, she's not going up there going, geez, I wholeheartedly embrace the right. I'm going to guess on most
she really
issues,
is now.
Well, yes, but I'm thinking that this is going to come right back and go, well, hold on. It's going to be like one of those Chris Christie moments down the road. After he embraced Obama, that killed him. I think this is going to kill him. I'm glad that she's standing up for what she believes. I get it.
What she believes is the denial of a privilege that she herself enjoys and has enjoyed several times. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. To say that for example, I'm going to get arrested for standing up for equal access to the polls. She's been compared to Martin Luther King. Let's just go there. Martin Luther King stood up to say, I'm standing up for equal access to the voting booth for African Americans. And in one of his demonstrations, he was arrested. That's a much different thing and a much different kind of belief than saying, I'm standing up for my belief to stop people from doing something that I get to do. That's a different question. She's exercising something that she herself would never do. She's trying to prevent other people from doing something that she would never do, that is, marry someone of the same sex.
All right, we're going to be back right after this break. We're going to be talking more about exactly why Lefty is wrong on this. And
good luck.
Yeah, and how I think that the way the Republicans are approaching this, I don't think is going to be helping us down the road to win any elections. We'll be back right after this break. Thanks, everybody.